Hello guys, what's going on with you? Uh, I guess I thought I was done with Magic the Gathering for this year, but I guess I'm not done. Cause my last stream, with this deck right here, the white one, which I've made myself and explained thoroughly throughout, is there was actually one card there, uh, which I removed for the wrong reasons, cause I did a mistake. Yeah. It's this card right here. It says flying when real arc leaves play, return up to 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. What I thought it said, I don't know how I read it wrong or what I did, but what I thought it says was converted mana cost 2 or less. But that's not what it says, but that how I understood the card. So but it's not 2 converted mana cost, it's creature cards with power 2 or less. So that's sort of a game changer. It changes the whole card really. So it's been bothering me since I did this stream last time. Because then this card gets a bit undeserved criticism. Because I removed it. Because I didn't find any creatures, not many creatures with converted mana cost 2 or less. But that's not what the card says. It says with power 2 or less. And there are loads of creatures in here which have power 2 or less. So that makes this card a lot more powerful than I thought it was. So that's why I'm going to add this to my deck now, and we're going to go through this deck once again. And I'm sorry about that. It's the same deck, it's the white deck, but I have to get this in there because it's a really good card with this deck. Who would have thought that? I know you would have thought that, but you're more clever than me, so there we go. Hey, Charlie Barnes, what's going on, man? Today, stream is sponsored by Coca-Cola. It's not sponsored, but I'm just joking. Just joking around. Oh, that's terrible to hear, Lullaby. I hope you had a nice Christmas. Yeah. And it's the Coca-Cola cherry version. I don't know if you can find it. Where the hell is it? Oh, yeah, cherry. There it is. Hi, Apollo Lefapo. What's going on? And hi, Burke Miolo. Awesome. Lots of people to say hello to here. So that's good. That's nice. Betk. Yeah, that's Bet, man. I don't speak the language. Sorry, man. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, man. I don't know. Coca leaf. I guess. You mean cocaine? No, I'm not a sponsor of cocaine. Sorry. I do like the soda though. It's nice. Okay. So this is the commander of this deck. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Apollo. Be my guest. It's gonna be awesome, man. This is gonna be an adventure, and you're invited. It's Scrape Defector Might. It's gives 1 toxic to, yeah, and it's awesome. Yeah, because you choose a color and another target creature you control gains toxic 1 and hexproof, and then it's unblockable. Thank you, Apollo. You're awesome. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's my commander anyway, and he's good because he costs very little to get in there. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. I think I'll go for the short version, actually. Yeah. The fart one, it just smells a lot, and yeah. It's not good. So yeah. Okay, let's just go through these cards one by one. Yeah. It's planes. Gotta have planes, man. Yeah, sure, Gemma. No problem. So yeah, I know. I know. I know, baby. uh so shout out to Gemma Harrington. Awesome. She's awesome. Yeah. So shout out to her. She's yeah, really good, and you should pay attention to her because she's going places. Wedding announcement. It's an enchantment, and at the beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on wedding announcement. If you attack with a card, otherwise create a 1-1 white human creature token. Then, if wedding announcement has 3 or more invitation counters on it, transform it. I actually buy them, so yeah. No problem. Your brother is okay. And then creatures you control get +1/+1. So yeah. So it's a nice enchantment, and yeah, love it to bits, man. And here we have Captain of the Watch. Captain of the Watch has vigilance and also gives other soldiers creatures you control get 1/1 and have vigilance. So yeah. Merry Christmas, Gemma. Thanks for stopping by. When Captain of the Watch enters the battlefield, put 3 1-1 white soldier creature tokens into the battlefield. Yeah. I feel like I'm repeating myself here because I've already done this stream, but hey, for those of you who didn't watch that, then you're welcome. Planes. As long as Eric Glavemaster is equipped, it gets +1/+1 and has first strike. Okay. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile because I think this card isn't that good, even though it's really cheap. Yeah, it's on the cheap side of stuff. Paladin of Vec, gotta love him. He's got first strike and protection from black and protection from red. Yeah, so he's awesome. Planes. This is pretty good too. It's an equipment card, and whenever this creature attacks or blocks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each attacking creature. Yeah, so it's really good. Don't worry about it, Apollo. Merry Christmas to you, man, and yours, and I hope you have yourself a really good Christmas this year. Thank you for stopping by, man. Angel of Jubilation. It's a flying creature, and other non-black creatures you control get +1/+1. And players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to cast spells or activate abilities. So this card actually makes black cards or black decks less strong, for example, because that's a lot of black stuff doing that. Sacrificing creatures, that's a typical black thing to do. Yeah. Planes there. This Sultari champion is really cool because he's got Shadow, and if Sultari champion attacks, all other creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So that's awesome. And Armored Skyhunter, he's also flying, and whenever Armored Skyhunter attacks, look at the top 6 card of your library. You may put an aura equipment card on the battlefield. Yeah, but I understood what it says, Apollo. So thank you for that. Kavita, I love you very much as well. Merry Christmas and welcome back, Apollo. Awesome. If an equipment is put into the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature you control. Put the rest of those cards at the bottom of your library in any random order. Really good. Love it. Planes. Night of Dawn, it says here. And Night of Dawn gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Time to open my Cherry Coke. Cheers, guys. Black Death. Yeah. It's good, though. How's the weather in New Zealand? Garage Battle Cry. All creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. It's an enchantment, and it's really good. Planes. Tap X target creatures and scry 1. Really good card. Love it to bits. And you're just ruining the defense of an opponent and attacking him afterwards. So this card, I don't know. It's a bestow card, so you give a creature 3/3, and when that creature dies, it's this creature. Or you can just cast it for the 4 and get the creature out instead. But it's just a 3/3. It's nothing really special, so when well, it does say when it attacks, you tap target creature. So I guess I'll keep it just for the funsies. Yeah. Planes. Oh, that's good, Apollo. Yeah, nice to have a nice weather over there. And as a reminder, guys, if you want to support this channel, there's also a membership scheme available, so you can become a member, and that means that you pay a little bit each month, and then I get to do this more often. So there you go. Now you know that as well. Eidolon of Countless Battles. It's a creature spirit, and Eidolon of Countless Battles and a enchanted creature each get +1/+1 for each creature you control, and +1/+1 for each aura you control. So if you got a lot of creatures out there, there's lots of options, man. You can leave a. You can pay for a chat if you want. It's Christmas, so if you want to do that, that's fine as well. But thank you very much anyway. Really good card. If I got a lot of creatures in there, then this becomes more powerful. Yeah. Really good. That's awesome. I have to close the door on that because, well, there was a lot of noise coming from the bathroom. Yeah, that's not good. Strength Bubblehead. It's add 1 mana. This is from Fallout, by the way. So any of you have played Fallout, then this is from that. It's really good. Put X 1/1 counters on target creature, where X is the number of Bubbleheads you control. Activate only as a sorcery, so you have to cast it as a sorcery, but it's good nonetheless. So let's say you have 2 Bubbleheads. You pay the dues, and then you get 2 counters. 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature. Really good stuff. This has got flying and it's got double strike, so it means it attacks twice. Yeah. So that's good. And it's also got metamorph, but I don't know much about that. It's a bit complicated, to be honest, but You have this. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. And the good thing about this card is that with the commander, this gives 2 toxic instead of 1. So, see? Gives 1 toxic, but it's got double strike, so 2 toxic, yeah. It's an awesome card, man. So congrats. Autoclan Landmark, I've gone back and forth with this card, but it's a bit fun. When Autoclan Landmark enters the battlefield, you scry 2, so that's good. I have to craft with an artifact, so that's a bummer. So I have to exile an artifact, so yeah. But then I get to turn it around, and then I do like this, and I do like that, and it becomes this. Whenever Autoclan leviates or attacks target attacking creature without flying, gains flying until the end of turn. So it's a nice way to give another creature flying, and I don't have many flying creatures in this deck, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I guess I'm keeping it. Bestow Hopeful Aeolon. It's a creature with lifelink, but I can pay the bestow cost, and then I get another creature lifelink and +1/+1. So pretty good. Planes. Agility Bubblehead. Pretty good. Up to X target creatures you control each gain haste until end of turn, and can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. So it's pretty awesome. And the more bubbleheads you have, the more powerful it becomes. When Ironclad Slayer enters the battlefield, you may return target RR equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. That's also quite good. Take care, man. Bye-bye. Thank you for staying around. Planes and Phyrexian Rebirth. This is a sort of a board wipe. You destroy all creatures and put a X-X colors or artifact creature token to the battlefield, where X is the number of creatures destroyed this way. So it's a pretty powerful card, this, yeah. It's a bit expensive though, but I guess that comes with the territory. This is a staple of Magic the Gathering. It's a classic. It's Sword of Light and Shadow. A quick creature gets 2/2 and has protection from white or from black. And whenever a quick creature deals combat damage to a player, you gain 3 life, and you may return up to 1 creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then we have this. It's a unicorn. It costs 2, and it has 2/2. And the font of it is a bit strange, but there you go. I think it's from Walker, Texas Ranger. Something on those lines, yeah. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, target creature you control gets 1/1 until end of turn. So yeah. I guess it's okay. I don't know. It's a horse. What can you do, man? This, though, is awesome. It's double strike, and whenever Goring Ceratops attacks, other creatures you control gain double strike until end of turn. So that's awesome. Planes. Savior of the Small, it says here. So at the beginning of your second main phase, if Savior of the Small is tapped, return target creature card from mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. So that's pretty good. Lifelink, whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking, you and our planeswalker you can control draw a card. So pretty awesome. Planes. This is pretty good. A bit expensive though, but it's called Blightstyle Colossus, and it's got trample and effect, and Blightsteel Colossus is indestructible. So, yeah. And if Blightsteel Colossus would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, reveal Blightsteel Colossus and shuffle it into your owner's library. So, this guy really can't die. It's pretty hard to kill him anyway. Planes, but look at that. Really good. And hey, Marty, what's up, man? And here's the artist signature. And this is either a rock or something else. You can leave a comment below and tell me what it is, because I have no clue. So there you go. A little quiz for you guys in the Christmas time. I got many viewers in here, man. I don't know. I don't think I remember. Sorry. But it's nice to see you. Anyway. Creatures you control have first strike, so this is pretty good. And creatures your opponents control lose first strike and can't have or gain first strike. Yeah, welcome back, man. Where you been? And then we have these guys. Urza's Mine. If you get all 3 land types, you get some extra mana, which is pretty cool. Planes. And this is another bestow creature, and it's a foil, so it flashes like that. See? Yeah. So you can either pay the cost of 5 or you can pay the bestow cost, which is 7. But if you pay the bestow cost, you enchant a creature instead of getting this creature. Once that creature dies, this creature pops up. So it's pretty good. And then another creature gets 4+4 and has flying for strike. So not too shabby. But I hope you're doing okay, Marty. I really am. I hope you're having a nice Christmas and everything's good. Yeah. This is a targeted removal with power 3 or greater, so pretty good. It's an instant, and you also scry 1, which is not too bad. Here I get to choose a color. It's a land, by the way, and add to your mana pool an amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion to that color. So if I have this and I've got, for example, this in the battlefield, then I have 1 devotion to white. Yeah, if I got my commander out, then I've got 2 devotion to white right there. Yeah, just to give you an example. There's the second land of that type, so can't wait for the third one. Refurbish. Return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Pretty awesome. And I've got a lot of artifacts in here, so that's also cool. Victory's Herald. It's a flying creature, and whenever Victory's Herald attacks, attacking creature gains flying and lifelink until the end of turn, which is also quite good. Land, it's a plains, and the signature is right here. And if you can tell me what that is, then please leave a comment below, because I have no idea. I think it's a rock, but I can't be sure. This is an equipment, so you have to equip it on a creature, and that creature gets +1/+0 for each equipment attached to it. Pretty awesome. Yeah. Another bubblehead there. It's the charisma bubblehead, and you create X 1-1 white soldier creature tokens, where X is the number of bubbles that you control. So, yeah, if you got a few bubbleheads, then this becomes really powerful indeed. Planes. and Spellbook, which lets me skip my discard phase, to be honest. Yeah. And that's useful if you, for example, have more than 7 cards in your hand. Your discard phase comes up, but your discard phase is skipped, so then you don't have to discard your cards. Pretty cool. Endurance Bubblehead, yeah. It's up to X target creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Pretty awesome if you have a lot of Bubbleheads. This was just added to the deck. It's Farewell. It's one of those pesky removals. So I get to choose what I want to remove. So, but of course I have to remove my own stuff as well. So that's a bummer. And there's the third one. So if I got all of these, I get to have lots of mana. Yeah, to pay for stuff. And that's cool. I get to put out stuff quickly then. Planes. This got flash, so it can be cast as an instant, and it's flying. So if an opponent would search a library, that player searches the top 4 cards of that library instead. Not too shabby and a bit annoying for people who want to search their libraries. Yeah. Enchanted creature gets X-X, where X is the equal number of cards in your hand. So if I have a lot of cards in my hand, then the creature will become really powerful. Double strike, protection from black and from green, so Mirran Crusader, he's cool. Yeah. The symbol of what Meridian once was and hope for what it will be again. Plains. Soul Warden. Really basic, but really awesome. Whenever I play or another creature comes into play from any player, I gain 1 life. When Subjugator Angel enters the battlefield, tap all creatures. Your opponent's control. Awesome stuff. Land. And this is a good enchantment because you sacrifice land and you destroy target enchantment. So it's a bummer to play early though, so because you need your lands to get out stuff, but after that, then it's okay. Stern Judge. This guy lets me give each player 1 life less for each one he or she controls, which is also quite good. Land. I have debated whether to keep this or to remove it, but it's cool to play artifacts as instants if I want to do that. I have no idea of a scenario where I would need to do that though, but hey, I still got the card in there, so. King of Shelder, yeah, he's the king, and whenever you're dealt damage, you put that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens into play. Because he's a king, so why not? Plains. Martyr of Sands. On its own, it's not that good, but reveal X white cards from your hand, sacrifice Martyr of Sands, you gain 3 times X life. So if I got 8 cards in my hand and I reveal them and I sacrifice this, I get 24 life. Not too shabby. Enchantment Aura. Hope against hope. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. As long as enchanted creature is a human, it has first strike. So, pretty good. Plains. Pretty obvious why this needs to be in here. planes. If the creature would deal combat damage, it deals double that damage instead. But it also receives double damage, so that's a bummer, but still pretty cool. And then we got this. Equipped creature is unblockable and can be a target of spells or abilities, so this is also quite cool. And here we have a card that lets me look in my library for an equipment card. And it only costs 1, so that's pretty awesome. Whenever frontline medic and at least 2 other creatures attack, creatures you control are indestructible this turn, which is also quite cool. And I also get to sacrifice it if I want and counter target spell, unless an opponent pays 3 extra. Yeah. When workshop assistant dies, return another target artifact card from a graveyard to your hand. This is also quite good. Intelligence Bubblehead. Draw X cards where X is the number of bubbleheads you control. So I get to draw a lot of cards. And then the skip phase thing is pretty handy. Yeah. Land. And here we have one of those ultra cards. Eldrazi Conscription, it says. Enchanted creature, and it's an aura. I thought it was an artifact because of the color, but it's an aura. Enchanted creature gets 10/10 and has trample and annihilator. So this is, well, it's awesome. Yeah. And annihilator just basically means whenever it attacks, the defending player sacrifices 2 permanents. Yeah. Land. Heavy Magic. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. As long as the creature is a human, it gets an additional 1/1. So it's awesome. I love it. And I love the artwork of it as well. Luck Bubblehead. So yeah, no luck in getting a hold of Britney Spears, which has an IQ of over 200. She would explain this card. I don't understand it, but I have it in my deck nonetheless. So if anybody of you know Britney Spears and can get a hold of her to explain this card to me, please let me know. Land. And Codsworth, handy helper. Of course, he would be near because he's a handy helper and he wants to help out. That's good. Commanders you control have ward, so yeah, that's good. Add 2 mana, spend this mana only to cast aura and or equipment spells. That's also good. Attach target aura or equipment you control to target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery, which is also good. Land. Bestow. Yeah, I love these bestow cards. You can enchant a creature with it by paying 5 and then a creature get 2/2 and has vigilance, or you can just pay for the creature. Your choice. Really good. This is a dog. It's an encampment keeper, but it has first strike. But you can pay 8 and then you sacrifice encampment keeper and all your creatures get 2/2 until end of turn, which is awesome. Paladins of the Sanctum Seeker Order are an adventurous lot, venturing into the wilds with monstrous mastiffs at their side. I guess this is the monstrous mastiff man. Yeah. He's on a leash though. This guy is controlling it right here. Yeah. I'm glad he does that. And then we have this Fountain of Cho. put a storage counter on Fountains of Cho. So you get, it's a sort of a round counter. And you put storage counters on it. So it's a nice way to keep track of the rounds. And remove all the storage counters or any number, and you get to pay with, you can pay with the storage counter any white mana you want. So yeah, pretty cool. White Orchid Phantom, cool artwork as well. When White Orchid Phantom enters the battlefield, disrupt to one target non-basic land. Its controller may search the library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, tap it, and shuffle. So, nice way to get rid of a pesky land there. Yeah. So when this leaves play, it's just a creature. Otherwise, all my creatures get +1/+1. And it's not until end of turn, it's permanently. So that's awesome. Yeah. We're soon done here. Perception Bubblehead. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of bubbles you control. You may cast a spell with mana value 3 or less from among them without paying its mana cost. I'm not sure this is too good though. I don't got many spells in here, to be honest, but oh well. I have it at least. Yeah. This is a spell, for example. Creatures you control get 2+0 until end of turn, or creatures you control get 0+2 until end of turn, which is also quite good. But a spell can be anything, can't it? So it can also be a creature spell. So I guess I'm misunderstanding this card. Maybe it's not too bad after all. And then we got this guy, Knight Captain of Eos. When Knight Captain of Eos comes into play, put 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens into play. And I get to sacrifice a soldier if I want, and prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Awesome. And last card of the deck is this. Its target creature can block any number of creatures this turn, which is also quite good. Yeah. Okay, so then I need to pick a card to replace with this, and I think that's easy. I think we found that out pretty early in this stream. It's this card right here. It's pretty underwhelming, and I think I can find something better. Yeah, I have found something better, and it's this. So we're replacing this with this. So there you go. That's my error from the last stream corrected. This card is actually pretty good. Sorry for the misunderstanding. I just did a mistake. So there you go. Okay, that's it. Thanks to my 2 members, Sam Wall and Big Boss, for sponsoring this stream. It's awesome. And if you want to do the same, please consider becoming a member. It really helps the channel. Yeah. But other than that, have yourself a Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.